thought it would be useful to take a look at how to lay out a Celtic Cross tarot spread. So here we are. What we have, the first 6 cards are obviously Celtic Cross. The stave, the staff, then gives a little more clarity as to what the reading actually means. Card number 1, right at the centre, right at the heart of the matter. In this case, Page of Coins. Now, it's not about going through each card and saying this is what this means, this is what that means. It's about looking at the whole spread and getting a kind of feel for the way that the cards interact with each other. We have Judgment and the World here. That kind of gives, rapid change, doesn't it? Dramatic change, quite major changes in your querent's life. Yeah? At the heart of the matter here is money. Fresh start with money, waiting to hear about money. Crossing your querent here is the Chariot. Card number 2, what crosses you, what stops you from moving forward? The card, the Chariot, suggests that the querent here is trying very hard to get going, trying very hard to move life on, move life forward. What the querent is aiming for is judgment, making quite dramatic change, but finding it difficult to do that because there's a feeling of needing to wait to hear about money. Money is a hugely powerful force. Well, the third card goes underneath what underpins your querent's life, the world. That's kind of everything, isn't it? But it's something has come to an end. Yeah? The definite end of one chapter. Time to get going. Leaving life, going into the past. The 5 of Cups suggests that the querent here has isolated herself or himself for some time, but is now maybe embracing change, trying to get out there, trying to travel. Above, Judgment is what your querent is aiming for. Yeah. Next card. On number 6, the Moon. That's immediate future. So what we have across the middle here, past, present, future. Yeah, the Moon. So the Moon is moving on. The Moon is spiritual growth and development. If you think about the Moon linking us to the High Priestess, so it's travelling a slightly rocky road. Yeah? The staff here explains things. The Sun. How your querent looks at life. So that's a really good perspective on life, isn't it? The sun, sunshine, energy, happiness, a very optimistic outlook on life, and yet how other people see her or him, the Hanged Man, as if other people see life as being stuck and on hold and possibly making a great deal of sacrifice. The card of the Star, what your querent is hoping for. So what is above the heart of the matter is an aim. Slightly to the right of that is a hope. So if your querent is aiming for one thing but hoping for something else, I would say that's slightly alarming. But here we have aiming for change, aiming to pull yourself up from out of a hole. And then hoping for the star, that little bit of magic and sparkle, and bringing life into balance. I rather like that. 10th card, final outcome. Now, you will get people asking for readings, about their whole life. The kind of timescale for tarot really, well, the timescale for a Celtic Cross reading, probably around 3 months or so. Yeah. So when we say final outcome, that's kind of roughly 3 months' time. I just find it a little bit worrying when people are asking about long-term future. Take life as it comes. 10 of Cups there. Again, that's something coming to completion, isn't it? Number 10. Something. But it is also achieving that kind of happiness. But it is happiness beyond the material. Does that make sense? Yeah. So generally, I think there's a lot of trying very hard to make change here, but being on the right path, being in the right direction, and yes, you are achieving the changes that you're trying to make. It's just that it's all happening too slowly. It's all right. Go with it. The moon suggests perhaps a challenging couple of months coming up, but go with it. Yeah? Go with it. Travel that road, and you'll find there is the peace and contentment, the 10 of Cups, that you are looking for. And I think this person's already learned. There's no signs of other people here. You could tell a lot from a reading from what isn't there. There's no court cards, no kings, no queens. So this is very much about the querent rather than about her or his relationship with other people. Although the 10 of Cups does suggest a happy, safe and secure family life. But that's not something that's right, not something that's in the present. Yeah. Little word, most readers will use a cloth. You lay your cards out on a clean cloth. If you're working at a fair, you're working on a table that isn't yours, so you'll want to protect your cards from that table. The other thing is, traditionally readers do keep their cards in silk, but do have a special bag or box for keeping your cards in. Maybe wrap them up in a silk scarf, or have a nice little bag or a nice little box that you keep your cards in, and do cleanse them from time to time. If you're working at a fair, people probably have been eating, so they'll have had their fingers in their mouth, and then they'll be handling your cards. Yeah, so do put some of your own energy into them to actually cleanse them from time to time. Anyway, the Celtic Cross from past, present, future. Of all the cards in a Celtic Cross, I often think the most useful is card number 2. What crosses your querent? What stops her or him from moving forward? Yeah. That's probably not what people are asking. What people are asking is, what does the future hold? But what are the challenges in your life? You kind of need to know what challenges are in order to be able to rise to them. Tarot is amazing. It is an incredibly powerful thing to look at your life and to say, yeah, this is what I need to be doing. It's a very powerful tool for anyone who really wishes to roll up their sleeves and get to work. As I'm sure you all do, don't you? Yes. Anyway, I do wish you all some starlight on your own journey. And I hope that you found Learn to Read Tarot useful and helpful for you on your own life journey. Blessed be.